Good morning, everyone. Today, let's have a tackle about the Pre-Immersion Module 4. It is the right and duties of employees and employers, confidentiality in the workplace, and the conflict resolution. But before we get started, let me tell you about the Republic Act under this lesson. Republic Act number 110581, an act strengthening compliance with occupational safety and health standards and providing penalties for violations thereof. Under this Republic Act, its Section 1 states that the state affirms labor as a primary social and economic force and that a safe and healthy workforce is integral part. The state shall ensure a safe and healthy workforce for all working people by affording them a full protection against all hazards in their work environment. And also Republic Act number 110581, Chapter 3, Section 4 states the duties and rights of employers, workers, and other persons. And now let's get started with the duties of employers.
Duties of employers. First, furnish the workers a place of employment free from hazardous conditions that are causing or are likely to cause death, illness, and physical harm to the workers. Second, give complete job safety instruction or orientation to all the workers, especially to those entering the job for the first time. Third, inform the workers of the hazard associated with their work, health risks involved or to which they are exposed to. Fourth, use only approved devices and equipment for the workplace. Fifth, comply with OSH standards including training, medical examination, and where necessary prevention of protective and safety devices such as personal protective equipment, also known as PPE and machine guards. 6. Allow workers and their safety and health representatives to participate actively in the process of organizing, planning, implementing, and evaluating the safety and health program. Lastly, provide where necessary for measures to deal with emergencies and accidents, including first aid arrangements.
The duties of the workers. First, every worker shall participate in ensuring compliance with OSH or occupational safety and health standards in the workplace. The worker shall make proper use of all safeguards and safety devices furnished for the worker's protection and that of others, and shall be observed instructions to prevent accidents or imminent danger situations in the workplace. The worker shall observe the prescribed steps to be taken in case of emergency. Second, the worker shall report to the supervisor any work hazard that may be encountered in the workplace. This states that employees have a duty to report any workplace hazards they encounter to their supervisor. This is a crucial element of workers' safety, ensuring that potential dangers are identified and addressed promptly to prevent accidents or injuries. Duties of other persons. First, it shall be the duty of any person, including the builder or contractor who visits, builds, renovates, or installs devices or conducts business in any establishment or workplace, to comply with the provision of this Act and in any regulations issued by the Secretary of Labor and Employment. This section outlines the responsibility of anyone, including builders, constructors, or visitors, conducting business of work within an establishment to comply with all relevant safety regulations and laws set forth by the Secretary of Labor and Employment. Second, whenever two or more undertakings are engaged in activities simultaneously in one workplace, it shall be the duty of all engaged to collaborate in the application of OSH or occupational safety and health standards and regulations.
Now, let's move forward to Section 5 to 8, Workers' Rights. First, workers' right to know. This is the right to safety and health at work that shall be guaranteed. All workers shall be appropriately informed by the employer about all types of hazards in the workplace, provided access to training and education on chemical safety, and to orientation on the data sheet of chemical safety. electrical safety, mechanical safety, and ergonomical safety. Second is workers' right to refuse unsafe work. The workers has the right to refusal to work without threat or reprisal from the employer, if as determined by the DOLE or the Department of Labor and Employment. An imminent danger situation exists in the workplace that may result in illness, injury, or death. Corrective actions to eliminate the danger that have not undertaken by the employer. Third is the right to report accidents. Workers and their representatives shall have the right to report accidents, dangerous occurrences, and hazards to the employer, to the Department of Labor and Employment, and to other concerned government agencies exercising jurisdiction as the competent authority in the specific industry or economic activity. Last one is workers' right to personal protective equipment or PPE. Every employer, contractor, or subcontractor, if any, shall provide his workers free of charge protective equipment for their eyes, face, hands and feet, and lifeline, safety belt or harness, gas or dust respirators or masks, and protective shields whenever necessary by reason of the hazardous work process environment, chemical, radiological, mechanical, and other irritants or hazards, capable of causing injury or impairment in any part of the body through absorption, inhalation, or personal contact. All PPE shall be of the appropriate type as tested and approved by the DOLE based on its standards.
Now, let's move on to confidentiality. Confidentiality refers to not discussing internal going on co-workers. In other instances, it refers to not sharing trade secrets and other company information with competitors, the press, or anyone outside of your company. So in simple terms, confidentiality means to keep a secret as a secret. Don't share confidential information within company and always keep the internal going on within. It has a both casual and legal definition. Now let's move forward to the casual definition of confidentiality.
Casual definition of confidentiality. It is an information which you may be told from a friend and ask him or her to keep it a secret. If you repeat confidential statement made by coworkers, even if the original source doesn't hear about your gossip, the people you tell might lose respect for you and no longer trust you. If you gossip with customers, they might tell your competitors, who will be less likely to hire you in the future. Examples of breaking casual confidential communications are: number 1, repeating a co-worker's opinion of his boss. Number 2, revealing the fact that a peer is interviewing with another company. Number 3, forwarding a confidential email one employee to another. Sharing information you overheard others discussing or passing around the documents you found that was intended for others. Legal definition of confidentiality. Information that cannot be shared to anyone, either between companies or workers from the other department. Once you become an employee or worker, you may have access to information for your company such as salaries, employee perks, client list, trade secrets, sales numbers, customer information, news about pending terminations, reasons for firing, phone codes, or computer passwords. Your employees don't want the employees that divulge or reveal them to the others when you are still working or even when you are leaving the company. There are instances that they will ask the employee to sign a confidentiality agreement to keep the secrets even if they leave already. Legal examples: recipe, research, financial information, patents, website traffic statistics, customer list, computer and building security information, production process. Companies that collect data or customers cannot share this information with other companies unless it informs customers in advance, such as when business share email list, personal information is confidential and information an employees file, such as social security number, salary, health records, disciplinary actions, and eliminations reasons can't be discussed with other employees. Devolving inside information can damage your former employer, allowing them to sue you to recover those damages, so avoid revealing confidential information to anybody.
Now let's move forward to Data Privacy Act of the Philippines. The Data Privacy Act, or the DPA, or Republic Act number 10173, was passed by the Philippine Congress in 2012 and finally implemented 5 years later in 2016. Republic Act 10173 assures the free flow of information to promote innovation and growth. It is under the Republic Act number 10173, Chapter 1, Section 2, while protecting the user's fundamental rights to privacy. So how is it implemented? So the Republic Act 10173 protects and maintains the right of customers to confidentiality by setting a legal list of rules for companies to regulate the collection, handling, and disposal of all personal information. Companies legally responsible for keeping their customers' data protected from third parties or any form of misuse, internally or externally.
Personal information refers to any information, whether recorded in a material form or not, from which the identity of an individual is apparent or can be reasonable and directly ascertained by the entity holding the information, or when put together with other information, would directly and certain identify an individual's. Republic Act number 10173, CH Sec 3. Sensitive personal information. First, about an individual race, ethnic origin, marital status, age, color, and religious, philosophical or political affiliations. Second, about an individual's health, education, genetic or sexual life of a person, or to any proceeding for offense committed or alleged to have been committed by such person, the disposal of such proceedings, or the sentence of any court in a such proceedings. And third, issued by government agents peculiar to an individual, who includes, but not limited to, social security numbers, previous or emergent health records, license or its penal suspension or revocations, and tax returns. Whatever kind of information, may it be data information, medical, health, personal and sensitive personal information, any worker or individuals must show confidentiality of information. Besides confidentiality, trains, workers, employees, and employers must take into consideration also the conflict resolutions and preventions in the workplace.
So let's move forward to conflict. Conflict is a state of incompatibility of ideas between two or more parties or individuals. It is also a natural disagreement resulting from individuals or groups that differ in attitudes, beliefs, or values or needs.
Conflict resolution techniques. First, listen then speak out. It is better for the two involved parties to speak and listen to one another to identify the root and nature of the conflict. Second, gather the group. The employers must also arrange meeting to discuss the issues and think of the immediate solution to satisfy everyone. Third, be impartial. Do not take sides but instead listen to both parties. Fourth, do not postpone conflict resolution. If the conflict arises, it is better to immediately address the issues. Postponing it may affect everyone's performance and conflict might be aggravated by others. Fifth, promote teamwork. It is best to remind the staff the importance of working as a team. And last, broadcast prices or prices. If good deeds are spread to everyone in the workplace, this makes everyone motivated and encouraged to do the same.
So how to prevent a conflict? Now let's discuss the techniques. First, being open. It is better to express the issue and deal with them. Transparency is the key to resolving conflict. By openly discussing issues, you create a space for understanding and finding solution. Second, maintain clear communication. Articulate thoughts clearly to one another in the workplace. Effective communication is essential for preventing misunderstandings and fostering a collaborative environment. Third, encourage different points of view and evaluate each fairly. Diversity of thoughts leads to better decision making. Evaluating each perspective fairly ensures everyone feels heard and valued. Fourth, demonstrate respect for the team members rather than resorting to blame game. Focus on finding solutions, not placing blame. A respectful approach fosters trust and encourages collaboration. Fifth, keep team issues within the team. Talking of the issues outside will resort to bigger and longer conflict. Addressing conflicts internally allows for direct communication and faster resolution, preventing escalation and negativity. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and hope you learned something today.